Hello grooming fans, today we have this sweet young Bichon male. He's 5 months old and this is his first groom. And I'm going to get right to the point. You can see that the hair from the ears has never been picked out. I already did his nails and he was totally fine about it. And I'm going to give you some advices of how to do this first time when it's the dog's first time. So first of all, you should use this ear powder. This is a powder that makes this hair less slippery and easier to pull with fingers. Okay. So this guy has been on the table for several minutes. So he's a little bit more relaxed than he was at the time I put him on the table. So you shouldn't just put the dog on the table and get to the point. You should put the dog on the table, pet him a little bit, as I did before I clipped his nails, then do, for example, the nails, because the ears are the most stressful part for young dogs. Okay. Sorry guys. So I'm going to apply the ear powder. You don't have to put much. Okay, and I'm going to pick little by little. Guys, luckily he's acting great. That's not always the case, but he's great. Okay, after I did some, I'm going to pet him a little bit, say good boy. Okay, he seems to be totally fine about it. Sometimes this can be very, very stressful for the dog. And this guy is acting like I'm doing nothing unnormal. I mean, this is normal, but most of the time the dogs hate it. Guys, this is for his own good. This hair from the ears has to be pulled out. Why? Because when there's no hair in the ear, it allows the ear to breathe. And when the ear can breathe, it decreases the chances of an ear getting infected. Okay, you can see that I did a lot. Okay, I'm going to apply more this ear powder. He's a great boy, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm doing an everyday thing. Because when you're working with a dog, you should not pretend like you're doing something too scary or too strange, because if you're scared, the dog is going to be scared. That is the tip for the owners too, because a lot of the owners go to the groomer and tell their dog like, oh, I'm so sad that I'm leaving, please don't be scared, blah blah blah, and then the dog gets even more scared. So you should pretend like you're doing an everyday job, but you should give him a little break, pet him a little bit, let him know that you're not doing anything against him, because it is unpleasant. It's not like painful, it is probably a little bit, but it is unpleasant. It can be very stressful, so you just want to let the dog know that everything is okay, you're not doing anything wrong. Okay guys, let's proceed. This dog is great, trust me. sometimes this can be very dramatical. Okay, so I did almost as much as I could with my fingers, but you can see that there is more hair left, which I cannot do with my fingers, and that's why I have these hemostats. This is the tool that surgeons use to hold the needle while they're sewing the wound, and we groomers use it to pick the hair from the dog's ears. Okay, first of all, you have to get this thing disinfected because we use this on almost every dog. You have to disinfect it before using it on another dog. So I have a brush to clean these spots, and I normally stick it in the ethanol, keep it there for, I don't know, at least 10 to 15 minutes, and then dry it. I already did it, but second thing that you want to do is to make sure that the tip is not cold. You know that metal easily gets cold, and it can be unpleasant when you're touching the dog's inside of the ear with a cold object. So the best thing to get it warm is to use a blow dryer, I mean for a groomer. Okay, and that is completely fine. Okay, I maybe did too much, so I'm just going to let it cool a little bit, just a few seconds, and okay. You can see he's not reacting. Guys, you should be very careful with this thing. Why? Because a lot of the times dog can be super patient when you're doing this with your fingers, but when they feel a metal object inside of their ear, they can move. And they can move so suddenly that you can hurt their ear. You can see like that. So you have to be careful, you have to hold the head as much as you can. Okay, that ear is looking great, you can see like that. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do the next ear. You can see the same story. It's okay. The same story here. He has a lot of ear hair. Again, I'm going to use an ear powder. You don't have to use much. And pick little by little. Guys, trust me, this dog is doing super great. A lot of the dogs, most of the dogs, hate this, and they start screaming, and they often pee themselves, and it can be a problem. As I said, he's 5 months old. I'm going to be honest, this is late to get a dog for the first groom when dog is 5 months old. You should do it when the dog is like 2 months old or just a little bit more. You want to get your dog used to everything, and a lot of customers will think, oh, you're just saying that to get more money, so the owners will bring dog as soon as possible, and it's not the truth, guys. Because we're not saying that because of the money. We're saying this because we don't want you to have a dog that is like 5, 6 or 7, 8 months old and that is not used to anything. And that can be a problem. Okay. Okay, I cannot do this with my fingers, so I'm going to use the hemostats. I'm going to warm them a little bit, just a little bit. And when I did that, I'm going to be really careful. Guys, I'm hoping that the camera angle is good, that you can see what I'm doing. But this dog is just great. Good boy. Okay, just a little bit more. Good boy. Okay guys, this here looks great too. He was a great boy, so I hope you learned something today. The most important thing is to be patient and everything will be okay. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and hopefully I'll see you soon. And guys, this is him at the end of the groom. I think that he looks very cute. Let me know what you think. He was great the entire time throughout the bathing, the drying, the brushing. He's just one great dog.